Welcome to the drawing episode. Today we're going to be covering the drawing tools in this toolbar over here. But first I want to disclose that I am on the latest version of Adobe Illustrator for me as the context aware tool panel right here. So whenever I actually press on something or do something, it changes to what it has to be for that action. Alright, to get started, we're going to cover the pen tool first. The pen tool, you can just easily click around, make shapes. If you want to make straight lines like I was doing over here, you want to hold shift. Shift will make sure that you do perfect lines every single time. But if you do not need perfect straight lines, you can just make your own lines by just clicking it regularly. But what you can also do, let's erase that. It's P to get to the pen tool. I'm running all the basic shortcuts right now, but if you click on one point, let's make a straight line here, and let's click over here and just expand. And then you can press Alt to select there and make another straight line there. Let's add a stroke so you guys can see what's going on actually over here. And as you see, the straight line here, and then the curve that we made, and then another straight line. So that's one way, by clicking, and then keeping that click and expanding. Holding shift will make sure, as you see, the line is straight. Now I let go of shift and it's not. Keeping it straight or on an angle straight, the shift will make sure it's proportional. Or you can also do, let's get rid of that one, and then click and drag without pressing shift. You don't really need to press shift right away. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that basic pen tool. We can add anchor points, so let's just make a line right here. Make a shape right here. I'm going to erase that, add more stroke. So now you guys will see, we're going to go right here, and you can also press plus for adding anchor points. Deleting anchor points is a minus, and Control C will do anchor point tool. So let's do that. We'll do plus, and we have to have this selected, so we're going to do plus right here, and we're going to add an anchor point right along right here, and right here. Now let's say we do one too many, or we do there. I didn't mean to put it there. Or I like this one more, and I don't like this one, or this one's here too much. We can just click right over that one that we don't need, and it disappears. Maybe I don't like it to be that long. There we go. Updates, and that's the wrong tool. That's to go into the selection tool we covered last episode. So that is the anchor tool. Now if we do Control C, Shift C, sorry, we can just click, and you can see that we can now make that curve that we had before as the normal pen tool right here, but we're doing it along the anchor points. So Control C again, and let's select this. We can do it over this anchor point that we have here afterwards. So that's really cool. And now let's go into this curvature tool. So this tool, it's I'm pretty sure it's brand new to Adobe Illustrator CC 2018. It makes the curves already. You don't have to do anything. It adjusts everything to your mouse or pen presses, whatever you're using. If you're using the pads, it will adjust to that. So we're just gonna click normally. Oops, wrong tool. See, it already adjusts it, and there we go. We have something that looks like an eye. We can copy paste, copy shift paste to paste in the same exact spot as it was. Right click on this, we're gonna reflect it, and then paste it there. And as you see, we have something that looks like maybe two pairs of eyes or something like that. If you're drawing like a raccoon, or maybe, I don't know, something like that, you have easy curves. That's done with this tool. It's shift and then the tilde key. There you go. It creates round lines for you automatically. So now let's go onto this line segment tool. It's relatively easy. You click on it, text box comes out like this. Let's do 100 pixels at let's do a 90-degree angle, so it's a straight line, and we'll do fill line. It made a line for us. That's all it does. You can do an arc tool as well. Here I'm not going to change anything, but this is relatively easy. We're going to click on it. There you go. We have an arc. You can customize the sizing and the arc point. So let's actually click it. We can do 100 by the x-axis and 200 on the y-axis. As you see, it does that automatically. So now let's go to the next tool. It's the spiral tool, and it just makes a spiral. Well, easy. There you go. Rectangular grid, sorry, and it creates a grid. Easy. And polar grid creates a very similar thing to the rectangular grid, but in a circle. Alright, now that we did those, we're going to cover the rectangle and shape tools over here. If you hold shift, it will keep it proportional. So if you're doing a rectangle, it's going to make a square. But if you're not, you can make all these different shapes of a rectangle. So let's delete those. And it's the same exact thing with the rounded. If you keep it, it makes a perfect rounded corner square. If you don't, it'll make a rectangle. So for this tool, keep in mind that if you don't make it big enough, it will stay a circle until it gets enough length for the sides and the curves. So now let's cover the ellipse tool. The ellipse tool is easy. Same thing, perfect circle or oval if you don't hold shift. Polygon tool, it will make a polygon at different angles, or if you hold shift, it'll make it a perfectly straight up polygon. And also the polygon tool, if you hold it down and you move it with the up arrows, you can do how much sides there are. So once I cleared my outboard, I'm going to be on the star tool. It's easy, it's a star. You can control how much points there are with your arrows. You can make it a triangle, or you can make it something like this. Right now the last tool, I haven't really used this much because it's a cool effect kind of thing, but I really don't use it, but it's there. I just want to show you guys that it is there. Alright, now let's cover the pencil tools. The pencil tools, you can get there by N if you don't see it over here. And you can make straight lines, again, holding shift. Or you can just make lines however you want by not holding shift. And this creates a shape. And then there is also the shaper tool. It is a very cool tool if you're doing that with the drawing tablets. You can just do that and it creates a square. So that is the shift N, and the pencil tool is N. So N for the pencil tool, that just creates a line with the motion that you're doing, and then shift N will make you a shape from your drawing. So you can do a triangle right here, circle right there. Gotta make it look good at least. Maybe if we hold shift, make, yep, there we go, perfect circle. And those are the drawing tools.